Okay. All right, we're back. All right. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. All right, love you. Bye. All right, so
was it not going through the station?
Well, so yeah, the station, like they were having some technical difficulties, but that's okay. We're back on and we're live. So I don't know really where we left off, guys.
2 minutes,
but we've got 3 minutes. So we're gonna just briefly talk about what we kind of were talking about. You know, where we
I don't know where we left off.
Where we got homebodies, you know, like,
homebodies.
where you'd rather Netflix and chill sometimes, but you made plans with friends, and you know, now you're just at a point where, like, you know, it's been a long week, it's been a long day, and you're just like, oh, I don't want to go anywhere.
And I feel really bad because I mean, there's a lot of couples that, you know, that hit us up, and we love them. We love all our friends, and it's really difficult to get out, and especially after a long week, and you know.
But on the same token, there's times we feel like that we push ourselves and go out, and
then we have a fucking blast.
And then we have a blast, and it's like, okay.
So that's one thing, man. We're trying to get in. See, like, we're fresh empty nesters. So
that's been a transition.
That has been awesome. I mean, it's been really difficult. You know, our kids are out and they're adults. You know, and that's one thing that's really driving us closer together, because and we'll talk about this a little bit on the next half, but yeah, so it's been, so now we're trying to
now it's not about the kids now.
Now it's about us and understanding each other more, because you know, before
there's nobody else, there's no kids around to buffer us.
It's us and the dogs, you know, and you know, so that's been it's a challenge, and we're literally just 2 months into this, you know.
So how has that been going? Like,
it was very hard for me at first, because as a mom, it's like they're your life, and that's all you've done for
me. I was just walking around the house naked, man. I'm like, yeah, kids are gone. And she's in the bed crying, like, my babies, what do I do? I'm doing cartwheels, man.
I mean, you always talk about, I can't wait till that day where it's just us, and then it comes, and it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to act.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, the only person I got to clean up after is myself. And
then all the times I thought the kids made the mess, it's actually you, I'm finding out.
I know. I have nobody to blame anymore.
No.
It was the dogs. It was Butters. He got on the counter. He spilled that.
Yeah.
Crazy. I totally understand that. He does the same thing. Like, he's the messy one. But right now we have our 18-year-old living with us. Okay, so we are going to go to a quick break. We will see you guys in just a bit. Stay tuned.
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820.
Hey, there's something you forgot to do. It sure is hot. Are you sweating like a dog? Wait, what? Dogs don't sweat. Oh no, you forgot to get your window tinted. Whether it's the kitchen window that sits in the sun for the hottest part of the day, or you just got new wheels, call Sharp Window Tinting in Burleson. 817-615-9379, or look them up on the web, sharpwindowtint.com.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
You're listening to JoCo Community Radio.
All right, welcome back, guys. JoCo Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and is live 24/7 on the TuneIn Radio Network. TuneInJoco.com is... Oh, okay. I'm talking over the music. It's hard when you can't hear the music, guys. Okay. All right. JoCo Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and is live 24/7 on the TuneIn Radio Network. TuneInJoco.com is the place to find all the ways to listen and watch, and the station app is also available for free on Android and Apple devices. Simply search your store. Check out our lineup and more at jococommunityradio.com. This episode and more brought to you by Patriot Claims, making your insurance work for you. Reach out to our Texas sales rep, Nona Reed, personal friend of mine, at 844-839-4245. Be sure to dress your arms and more at the Tiffy.com. Yes. All right. That's
Great
new.
guessing.
That was new. All right. So yeah, guys, we're back. So we were talking about, like sometimes it's hard to keep those relationships too, because we get so stagnant in life and we want to stay home. It's been a busy week. And then we were talking about how you guys are now open nesters.
Oh yeah, the empty nesters. And so that's
and he's the messy one.
Yeah.
Not the kids. It wasn't the kids.
It's I mean, the kids were, but things the little things that just kept happening. He kept saying, "Oh, it was the girls. It was the girls." And then now I'm finding out it's actually you.
No, I actually thought it was the girls, but maybe it was me.
Well, now that I think about it, I am kind of messy.
But yeah, no, that's honestly, that's been our, this is the next chapter in our life, and, we, trying to reconnect and find ourselves as a couple is challenging now. Now we're like, because we've always, we're there, we see each other every day, and the kids are a huge distraction in a relationship, and it's, even our arguments and fights and stuff like that about the kids, everything, but that's one thing we realized is that any argument that we ever got in was about the kids. The kids are gone. So what are we? And so now it's like, okay, now it's just us.
Got to find new things to fight about.
Yeah. And we did, because, making up's the best part.
Oh, yeah. So keep making messes. So she
I'll make it up to you, baby.
Yes.
Yes, I love it. It.
But yeah, so that's kind of where we are in our relationship and our friendship.
Communicate better too.
Communication, because that's a biggie. And I'm horrible. I figured after 12 years that she could read my mind, and apparently she can't.
He always thinks I can read his mind.
All men do.
Always, and he'll not even talking. He'll go into a story.
I would have to interject.
He'll go into a story and start talking, and I'm like, whoa, wait, back up. What are we talking about? You're telling me this whole story, but I have no idea what we're talking about.
Right.
So,
or they'll change it up on you and think that you know now that they're talking about something different. I'm
yes.
What? And then
you said we were going here. Why are we going here?
Right.
I didn't tell you. You didn't know. You didn't read my mind.
And then he gets frustrated, and he's like, "Babe, like I'm talking about where are you at?" I'm like, "Where are you at? We were talking about this a minute ago, Jesus."
Yep.
Like you can be frustrated with me. So yes, I completely understand that. What were you going to interject?
Oh, I don't remember now.
About me thinking you could read my mind, or you thinking you could read my mind?
I have to be the mind reader.
Oh, well, sometimes. Yes, sometimes. I will admit. There are times where I think he should have already known. But he's got this like ability a lot of times where he does know. And I'm like, you knew, you know. And he's like, no, I don't know.
Because he's always right.
Yes, exactly.
There we go.
That's what it is. That is exactly what it is. So I think that is huge is communication. And I think for us, like when we first when we first got together, learning how to communicate was a challenge, especially with having blended families. So you guys are also a blended family. And I think a lot of times, like just being able to understand each other's differences in parenting and then having to combine that and bring that in, sometimes that can be a challenge.
That's huge.
That was our biggest challenge.
That was our biggest challenge.
Because we discipline differently I
mean, it was really like the discipline and stuff like that. Just make sure.
No, we're good. No, we're good.
But yeah, and so that was honestly our biggest thing because I mean I was a single dad. I raised my daughter and my son and trying to discipline them, especially trying to be mom and dad. It was really hard. She had the exact same thing. I grew up in a really strict household and tried to implement that, but then at the same time, I didn't want to be that person. So then I was kind of the pushover. There's things that I was wanting. I mean, I was very adamant about, but I picked and choose my battles.
Yeah.
What's going to stress me out, and what's still going to teach the kids something. And she was just like, "What? Why did you even explain that? It's fucking no."
No means no.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, but they, and so that was kind of that was the kind of thing we just, oh my gosh,
and
man.
see, we're once again backwards on that. I was like, it's because I said so,
and I'm the one explaining.
Yeah, and see, that's how, and my like that's what I got growing up, and so I tried not to do that, because I had a lot of animosity. Now, and that's the thing is like my dad was, he was real strict growing up, and I had a lot of animosity, and he's no longer around, but he was right about friggin' everything, man. And that's
and now you have that again.
No shit. Why am I always wrong?
I hear you. I'm feeling your pain. I do. I'm feeling your pain. Oh man, that's why I said I'm taking notes. You should be taking notes too. Taking notes from him.
Help me away, Obi-Wan.
Yeah, teach me. Oh, and what's really cool about our friendship too, and like when we first started to connect, was your dogs have the same names that we either had a dog that had that name, or we have still that dog that has that name.
Right.
Like we're all Star Wars fans.
Yeah, that was,
and all of our animals are Star Wars named after Star Wars characters. So that was huge. That definitely brought a connection with us too.
Yep.
He likes motorcycles. I liked motorcycles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just
there was a bunch of commonalities. It's real fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and the fact that we've been open nesters for a while too, kind of somewhat,
and that's really that's the thing is, getting, bonding and getting friendships, because, it's us and we got to focus on us, but then we need to get out there and meet people, that are alike and that we can talk to.
And we have more time. So we need some hobbies. We need to keep our brains,
that's been that's definitely a challenge too, man. But like even like meeting you guys, I mean, she's been bugging ever since I got rid of one of my bikes, and she's like, you need to get a bike, and then we meet you guys ride, and I was like
we gotta get a bike.
All right, we get a bike. So so I picked up a bike almost about a month ago.
Beautiful.
After we met you guys.
Beautiful.
And and these guys rode down on their bike, and so we spent the day. We probably put about 300 miles all together, just rolling around the hill country, man. And so that's been
dodging deer.
Dodging deer.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's been fun, man. That freedom ride, man, is just I love it, man, and I miss it. So and that's another reason, now the kids are out, and I really pulled the trigger because right now it's like the kids are okay. They're adults. They're married now, stuff like that. I don't have to really worry about them. So now it's us. And so, that's something that we can do together.
Yeah.
That it's like, hey, let's go ride, and let's go to a winery and kind of hang out, or let's go out to dinner and take the bike. And so, that's fun for us. So now we have not necessarily a hobby, but it's something that we both enjoy together.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I like to work on cars and motorcycles. I like to build stuff, and she likes to do different things than I do. She doesn't. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go work on the car.
Oh, my.
Okay.
Crochet.
Have fun.
Or
So we're never doing anything together. We're
Yeah.
kind of doing our separate things, and so finding stuff in common again, because even 12 years later, we're what do we have in common? We had the kids in common,
Right.
and that was raising kids was our thing, and so trying to find something else in common to keep us together is challenging, and so that's why we
But it's fun at the same time.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fun at the same
yeah.
time.
To
Oh, yeah.
relearn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, it's
Dating
kind of
again.
yeah, exactly.
There's
Yeah.
a honeymoon
nailed it,
phase
man.
coming
Yeah.
back. Honeymoon phase, which is awesome.
Yeah,
which is
sure.
awesome. So yeah, I
'cause-
think having good, friends that you guys have like that, they have that availability where you can do things with, and as well, that's going to be huge for you guys too.
yeah, learn new things, and it's it is. It's like literally like dating again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is one topic I wanted to bring up too, because we talked about this yesterday a little bit, where, and we're not going to get into the politics, but that politics with some of the friends have been lost because of our differences in our views.
Yeah, that's been
hard.
That's been really, that probably hurt worse than anything. Is knowing people for so long and sharing your life and stuff, and then once everything's kind of weird, and I don't care what anybody what you think. Especially the thing is, it's like I've known people for so long, they know me no matter what, and then and all of a sudden it's like based on your political views, they'll shut the door.
Yeah.
And it's been a couple people. I'm like, was I really that bad of a friend that based on my political views or whatever, or my religion or anything like that? Now
They're just going to cut him off.
Boom.
Completely.
Yeah.
And I'm talking
For no reason.
I'm talking cut off. Like
no
like-
talking about it.
on
nothing.
Facebook and be like, you look them up and they don't exist anymore because you're blocked. And I'm like, what the hell, man? And it's like, and that's been actually really difficult.
Yeah.
Very close, like people I
Especially
consider
when you
brothers
get
and
real
sisters.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Without even communicating about it.
absolutely. No communication, man.
It's like there's no closure to the years
Right.
And
years
there's
of friendship.
and that's
Right.
the worst, man, is if you don't have, if you really like, well, why? I mean, because is it really just that? Because I think that's very selfish. If it was
Right.
really based on your political views, or
Well, why
what
did you even start the friendship in the beginning?
yeah,
Is how
and
kind of
what
I
did
see
I,
it,
and then what did I mean, did I do something to you personally? Because that doesn't make sense.
No.
I mean, I don't care what your political views are, man. Democrat, Republican, liberal,
Right.
freaking
Whatever.
black, white, brown, gay. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's your deal, man. I got so many different types of friends, man. It's like if I did that, dude, I'd be the loneliest sumbitch, man. If I literally just centered myself on one religion, color, political
Anything.
view, anything,
Right.
you're gonna be lonely, because you just shut out so many very, very good people in your life, man.
Absolutely.
And
you really don't have to talk politics. We haven't talked politics.
nah,
Like at
no,
all,
no,
really.
We have
Like,
a little, but not
but not much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not to where it's like, well, we're having a debate, or this
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
a friendship is not supposed to be a debate.
No.
It's just supposed to be getting
I enjoy
together.
y'all's company.
Yeah, exactly. Regardless of
Regardless
what
of
your
what y'all
views or
think.
beliefs are, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, y'all aren't axe murderers, so
well,
It's only been the weekend.
don't go behind the shit.
We should have looked in that other fridge.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, the decrease. Did you enjoy the chili?
oh no.
Oh shit. I love it. But see, just to have this kind of like, just joking around, having fun with everything, not like religion. And I feel like that's always been a thing that has made people not have, what is the word I'm looking for?
I think I'd just say disconnect.
Yes. Yeah, like there should not be a disconnect there. That should be what brings people together even more so.
Right.
It's like those that are, that believe in God or Christians, like Jesus, he was around everybody. And he hung out more with the sinners than he did with the not sinners. So that's why it's so challenging sometimes too, I feel, even with religion.
Yeah.
Because if you're drinking and they don't want to drink, they feel it's a sin, or you're out going dancing and they feel that's a sin. Now they don't want to be friends with you.
Right.
Yeah.
When you have so many other things that can connect you together, other than those
Like
items.
the way Trace said it, if you just focus on just being someone, hanging out with someone just like you, there's not really a lot of people just like me.
Right.
No.
So
We're unique and different in all ways.
Everybody, every
Everybody's
person
different,
is, and I mean, you
You
might
You
have
can't be judgmental.
you shut down the experience of getting to meet all these diverse people.
Yes.
And that's really what I enjoy about it is, oh, you're like this. That's cool in your own way.
Mhm.
And you're like this. And so
yeah, and I love the differences. I love seeing different because we might have certain things in common, but just like you said, there's always a different spin. Even though we have it in common, there's a different spin on it. I was like, well, what are your views? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, you could be. I don't know. I don't want to get into religion.
Well,
but anyways, I don't want to use that as an example. But that's but yeah, absolutely. Meeting new people and having a little bit more diversity in your life.
Yes.
Because you might have a view of something and you get upset about it, but then this other person says, "Hey, well, it could have been because of this, and this is why they." And then you're like, "Wow, I never thought of it that way."
Right.
So it kind of
everything
kind of opens your eyes. Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
helps you grow.
yeah,
Absolutely.
No matter if you recognize it or not, if you look into it, it's a possible learning experience.
Yeah, I think
You meet
pretty much
somebody for a
everything.
reason. I feel too.
Yeah.
And really, like, it shouldn't matter who's right or who's wrong.
Right.
That really shouldn't matter.
Unless I'm right.
And unless Terry's
no,
right.
unless I'm right, and then I'm holding that card in my
Oh,
pocket.
you
Right.
did. You got that in your
We're
pocket.
keeping
this
I
weekend.
got that in my pocket.
Yes, you did.
You got a couple of them in his
Yeah.
pocket.
Woo!
I did too. Thank you. Yes, I did that since we've been here.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, but I mean, when it comes to the politics or the religion or whatever, it doesn't matter who's right and wrong in that sense. I feel 100% because again, we do have different perceptions and different views on things,
Mhm.
and that's okay. Let that person be that person and let them have those views and be able to have their way of living. That's okay. You can still combine some of their way of living in what
Mhm.
you're living and
Yeah,
how
and-
you're living.
Yeah, and I think and I know throughout the world. I'm not talking about the America. I'm talking about throughout the world. Religion has been
Oh yeah.
the root of all wars,
Yes.
and so, but not here.
Or money.
No.
But not in America, and even politics has never really been an issue. And I'll tell you right now, it's the freaking social media
It is.
that drives everything, and is really driving all the hate and bringing things to light for different people, and it gets in their head. I mean, there should have been no reason we should have lost any friends based on political views.
Right.
I'm not that person that I'm voting for one way or another.
No.
And that's one thing that's so frustrating is I know it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? It's the social media, everything, Facebook, reading all that stuff, it gets in people's heads.
It does.
It really, really does, man. And it's sad, man, that happened, but
And it's a real negative too. We need to start and that's one of the biggest reasons why I started this show, and because I wanted to bring more positivity into everybody's life.
Mhm.
And looking at all of the news and the negative on the social media, the bullying because of your view versus this person's view. I mean, it's okay to debate. Look, we have kids learning in high school. Go back to high school when we had debate class, right?
Mhm.
It was totally cool. They were just having a back and forth, but then afterwards shaking hands and they were friends again.
Right.
I mean, why have we lost that?
I know.
Why have we lost that? Look, America has always been about freedom and having your freedom. And also what includes freedom is your freedom to vote how you choose to vote. Your freedom to view views in politics the way you choose to view them without somebody having to push down your throat their belief system or try to change your mind.
Right.
We have that freedom, you guys. Why have we taken the freedom away from even our friendships?
And that's the thing is it's the friendships are the ones that suffer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it closes, and like I was saying before, it closes a lot of doors, man.
Yeah.
And I refuse to go down that freaking rabbit hole.
Right.
Because I want to learn. I want to learn about people. I love people. I love humans.
Yes.
I love the personalities, good, bad, everything you learn, you learn from these people, and it helps you grow, and then it helps your relationship grow,
Yes.
Especially hanging out with different couples, that get along, that fight, this and that. What are they fighting about? What do we have in common with them in that aspect? To not fight, what I'm saying? Like
you give each other advice, like
yeah,
you're
basically,
there, they see you guys, and we've had couples that are like, wow, you guys are just so powerful. You have such a powerful relationship, and but sometimes we still fight. We still have our issues,
and we've had to work through so many in really a short period of time to where we understand each other a lot better, to where we still fight.
Yeah.
But we've also learned that, I had to learn real fast. If I'm wrong, apologize quick, because don't keep it going. Just,
I can't hold. That shit just stews, man.
And that's the same thing with friendships. Hey, Trace, my bad.
Yeah.
Hey, man, no disrespect towards you.
All good, man.
So
and absolutely, and it's squashed.
Yeah,
right.
It's squashed, and then we move on. Man.
Yeah. I think that's huge, and I think just what you're saying, seeing the differences in the couples sometimes puts a different perception and outlook on what you have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And I think that is huge, especially with couples relationships, meeting new people and stuff like that, and how they interact. What do they do? What do they do to make it right? How can we? So it's just therapy,
or if they're arguing,
throughout life.
You kind of feel normal too, because we're not the only ones.
And that helps too, because then you have a lot of resentment for the relationship when you do get in a fight and stuff like that, and you don't understand why, and it's like, gosh, was it me and this and that, and I mean, there's a lot of reasons you fight, but then when you see somebody else, and not necessarily fighting, because that's real negative, but you see, it's like, okay, well, they kind of fight about the same thing. Okay, I'm not that bad or whatever, and then on the same time, on the flip side of it, how good they're getting along and stuff like that. It's like, all right, well, hey, let's try that. Hey, let's do it. Like, we just started doing a date night every Wednesday.
I love it.
Every Wednesday we go shoot pool. And literally it's just a happy hour. We don't eat, we just go shoot pool, have a couple of drinks, and we come back and we cook dinner together. But we make sure, like, pretty much every Wednesday we do that, just to get out of the house, break the monotony, and then have a good time, and talk to some people, get out of the house, talk to a couple, if there's anybody there. And so to talk to half the time, it's just us, but we have a great time. I mean, she kicks my butt in pool, and
stop it.
Yeah. See, that upsets me. And then we just fight all night.
Y'all play pool, so you can see how he holds back, and then all of a sudden he you're better than you play it
that
off.
Trace is a good pool.
No.
Yeah.
I thought I was good until he just.
I think he let me in.
It happens, though. That happens.
I have no idea what happened, man. That was just luck.
Oh, no.
All my shit, everything just lined up, man. The stars and.
I'm not that great. It's like by chance if I beat him at pool. And we even we were talking about this. We had a 9-foot pool table, and man, but I do think that's important in relationships to get out, to have that just, your bonding time, you're dating again. So that's really key and important. It's going to build that, even you guys are going to come so much closer. But honestly, I have to say, just based off of what we've seen, and I know, closed doors, but what we've seen, you guys are phenomenal. And you guys, that's what we really admired about you guys, and why we definitely are so good with wanting to keep this connection that we've built with you guys, because you guys are a power couple. You guys are awesome together.
Thank you. Yeah, and you guys too. You know,
Thank
it's fun. It's fun listening to other couples talk shit to each other.
Yes.
And laugh about it. And you're like, I'm like, oh my god, dude, did you just hear what?
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, so it's fun, because I mean, and we give each other shit all the time. It keeps us on our toes, man. I'm like, all right.
And that's what's been so crazy too. When we first met too, I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds just like something my husband says. I was like, all right, I love this. I love this. It's a great dynamic. Yeah. So for sure.
It has been a great weekend.
Yeah, it has, man. Thank you guys, for coming down and riding. I mean, honestly, it's been years, man. So it was fun. Even dropping the bike was fun.
Yeah, you guys did it so great too.
Oh no, the dismount was epic.
Okay, we got 1 point. We got a little bit of time left. Not much. But man, I just got to say, guys, like, I hope you guys have learned something from what we've talked about today, that are listening, because this is a lot of. There's a lot in relationships, not in just, being married or having a significant other, whatever the relationship might be, friendships, couples, just being able to have that communication, being open, but also not judging. Like, we're not here to judge anybody. So, right?
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Well, we love you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for listening. We are about to have to sign off, but I've definitely enjoyed having you guys on the show. I really appreciate doing this morning.
No, absolutely. Yeah, we're getting nervous. We're like, all right.
But y'all did great.
Yes. And you did good, babe. I'm so proud of you.
15 seconds.
15 seconds. Darren, hey guys, real quick. Darren did so good. Darren did so good. And so did you too.
I know. I was like, man, I'm gonna be so shy.
You're great. All right, we love you guys. Y'all live your best life daily. If you guys have any questions or want to reach out to me on anything that we spoke about, please do. I'm always here for you guys. Have a great week. Live your best life.
Peace.
Woo! Woo!
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
Accelerated Graphics and Science, 101 East Renfro, Suite C in Burleson, Texas, can handle all of your graphic needs. Need a banner or promotions for your business? They got you covered.